Now this is a video game. Time to brush up on your Star Wars prequel knowledge, fellas, cause it's time to play Star Wars Republic Commando. Released in March 2005 for Windows and the original Xbox, which is the version we're playing here. When this game came out, it allowed kids like me to play as a badass clone trooper, who were all we cared about in the prequels, honestly. Where Battlefront had me take part in massive open battles, Republic Commando gave us the chance to fight in battles up close, completely in the first person, and it was somewhat tied to the actual storyline.
Spire tell us there is a factory below. Neutralizing one of these factories will tip the scales in our favor for the surface battle. Our scanners cannot pinpoint the factory's exact location.
You play as Clone Commando Delta 38, who is the squad leader of Delta Squad, an elite group of 4 dudes, each with their own personality, and it is your job as the squad leader to issue orders to your squad mates and complete objectives thrown at you throughout the campaign. And yes, if Delta 38's voice sounds familiar, that is Temuera Morrison, the guy who played Jango Fett in the movies.
The jamming device is interfering with my visuals. Let's take them down from here, Delta.
Each person in your squad apparently has a preferred weapon and attack style, but luckily that does not matter when it comes to gameplay. Whatever command you give to a squad mate, they will do without hesitation. And throwing orders out left and right is what you will be doing constantly, especially later in the game. You can tell all your buddies to target a specific enemy or to take cover and provide sniper fire or take control of a turret.
Hope it's not a spider droid.
Guess what? It's a spider droid.
Incoming!
Almost all of the commands are from predetermined spots that you look at and press the A button with. It's not like the Brothers in Arms games where you point at a wall and give a specific command for your friendlies to take cover.
Eliminate target.
Apart from telling someone to heal up at a health station, you cannot tell a specific teammate an order. When you give the command, whoever is closest will do that job, which works very well for the game. By the looks of the characters, they wanted only one guy in the squad to be the sniper, which would have sucked gameplay-wise. Imagine giving a command and the dude is halfway across the world.
Get clear!
Slavers, still through, sir.
In fact, the AI for your squaddies is actually pretty good, especially for a game in 2005. There was only one part in my playthrough that they all kind of ran off on their own and got killed. Other than that, they did what I told them to do with no pathfinding problems. Very impressive for an original Xbox release.
Eliminate target.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of which, graphically, while you can tell it's of its era, overall it looks surprisingly well here on the Xbox. Runs in 480p widescreen, which is nice. Frame rate takes a hit when a lot is on screen, but hey, there aren't many games that play like this, and you're playing as a clone trooper. Who doesn't love that? I love how your HUD has a outline of the clone trooper helmet, and whenever there is a splat on the visor, some future laser wiper blade clears it up for you. Hell, even the night vision mode looks cool. This game just reeks of class, man.
Found out what happened to 6-2. Some kind of scavenger droid. Keep your eyes out for static. Fixer, keep scanning for 6-2. I don't want to become a 3-man squad.
As you can probably tell, this game takes place during the Star Wars prequels, and although the prequels do deserve the hate that they get, especially with its writing, I've always loved the places and stuff in them like the droids, creatures, vehicles, and most importantly, the clone army.
Move us into the gunship.
I actually just watched the prequels not too long ago with some friends, and out of all of them, episode 2 is the worst. Episodes 1 and 3 are at least fun to watch if you don't care about the story, but without a doubt, the movie executives really gave George Lucas a blank check on whatever he wanted to do in those films.
It's about to get rough, Commandos.
Take them out from there, Delta.
Anyways, back to Republic Commando. The weaponry you have access to are limited, but apart from the pistol, which you only whip out when you run out of ammo, every weapon feels powerful with its intended role. The entire time you'll be using your assault rifle, which can be changed to a sniper rifle or grenade launcher at a moment's notice. Sniper is good for pretty much all enemies, while the grenade launcher is meant for the bigger, stronger droids like the super battle droids or the droidicas.
What's your status, 3-8?
Heavy droid resistance. Nothing we can't handle.
Throughout each chapter of the game, you'll pick up one other weapon, usually an enemy's, and like your main rifle, if you use them how they are meant to be used, they'll pack a punch. The shotgun being my favorite.
Weapon ready. Lizard taken out.
Get clear!
With every weapon from your enemies and squad mates firing, when you get into a massive firefight, the gun sounds just fill the soundscape and will shake the house if you let it. Although the surround sound is not as good as other FPS games on the system like Halo or Halo 2, hearing classic Star Wars laser gunshots going past your head is a nice experience. A cool feature that even some games today struggle with is that your teammates can revive you. If you go down and there is at least one squad mate alive, you can order them to stop what they're doing and revive you. So I was really able to just cruise through this game with no stopping when I screwed up.
I'm out. Stay focused, Deltas. We need to get to the top and blow that ship. Eliminate the target.
One thing this game did extremely well is the pacing of difficulty. I played it through on normal, but throughout the campaign, Republic Commando had a very smooth increase of difficulty throughout each chapter and each level. By the last chapter, I was battling masses of droids and other enemies, throwing commands constantly, which might make you think it would get tedious and repetitive, but it didn't. New enemies were always thrown at you to keep the gameplay feeling fresh, and just when I started to get a little tired of the game, it ended.
Thugs! What are they doing here? Looks like the Separatists are more serious about this attack than we thought. They've got all hands on deck.
Fire in the hole.
They must really want Kashyyyk.
Let's rearrange.
The game took me around 7 to 8 hours to complete, so it's pretty standard lengthwise for an FPS campaign. There is multiplayer which is supported on the Insignia private server, which I did not get a chance to record, but I did play it a couple months ago, and from what I remember, it's one of those old online games where the host absolutely dominates everyone else. But it did give people the ability to have their Xbox become a complete dedicated host, so more players can be on one server. A really cool feature for LAN parties, I'm sure. Honestly, man, Star Wars Republic Commando, I think, hits all the marks a somewhat tactical first-person shooter needs to. plays and controls well. Looks pretty dang good for the hardware it's on, and it's all packaged in the Star Wars universe.
Advisor, we're in deep here.
Hold your rations, Delta. There's a maintenance access hatch nearby. Find it and blow your way in.
Yes, it is set during the prequels, but I think it features the good stuff from the prequels, like the weapons, vehicles, and places we all know and love from the Star Wars universe. But if for some reason you absolutely hate anything to do with those movies or just Star Wars in general, you may want to skip out on this one. Actually, now that I think about it, why the fuck would you click on this video if you hate Star Wars? Well, since you're here, I'm going to guess you enjoy Star Wars overall, so if that's the case and you've been looking for a good FPS set in the Star Wars universe, then playing Star Wars Republic Commando is a safe bet. Just watch out for the Wookiees, because in this game, these fuckers are huge.
Burke, take him out!
Located another survivor. Big one, too.
Is it Tarful? That's not Tarful.